So this is the definition of pretty much just playing to your strengths on offense. I want you to watch number 2 in black. He's over here, Fletcher Lawyer. 43% from downtown this year, and his only job on offense is to hunt shots. He's not doing anything too crazy. He keeps it simple. All right, I'm going to spot up here. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, baseline drive. Get to the right spot. One dribble pull up. Hey. I mean, it's simple. It's nothing crazy, but it's just well executed and doing his job. We'll watch it one more time from the top. Like, they get a high ball screen to start the possession. We're just going to hang out in the corner. Once the ball gets rotated back to the other half, all right, let me move up. Okay, now we wait for it. Okay, read in. I'm still good. I'm waiting to go there. Waiting to go there the whole time, and then I'm just waiting for that baseline attack. Crossover, here I come. One dribble pull. Something to watch for through the development of any game that Purdue is going to play is how the other team's going to guard Edey. You'll see he puts it down the deck. We're really coming with a double. But this time we're gonna keep him ISO to start the game, it looks like. So we'll see how that matchup, how that defensive scheme progresses. So we'll see on this whole possession that Edey is pretty much just glued in the paint. He comes out for this high ball screen, not outside the three-point line, and then he just falls right back in the whole time. And that means, first of all, that his guards have to do an extremely efficient job. First, to pressure this and get this ball screen as high as possible so that we don't have to come out so far. And then second, to get around the screen and get back in front of my defender, or my guy, as soon as I can. And then we get a second screen coming right away, which means he, again, has to do a very efficient job to get around this and keep his man with him so that Edey doesn't have to help at all because he's not coming out of the paint. All right, so for Illinois, one of these two guards have to make a play. It's not an ISO look. One of these two guys have to make a play here. We're not trying to go zero out ISO. Fletcher Lawyer, number 2, his only job, like I said, is to hunt shots and makes a good read off this curl, off this pin down. Dribble handoff coming up towards the three-point line. He knows his guy's behind him the whole way, so as soon as he gets the ball, his eyes are up, looking to the open space on the floor, and he just takes what he's given. And this is a layup. It's a layup for this dude. He's shooting 43% from deep. Had a mid-range out of the corner earlier off the dribble. Money. We'll actually see on the very next trip down the floor, the same action occurs, and Illinois does a better job to guard it. We step out, we take that space away, and Lawyer makes the wrong read that time. Should have been a bounce pass probably. He just missed that window right there, and then the opportunity was gone. Probably hitting the roll man on that one that time. Curl action again, double stagger. But you got the switch. We got the switch. He's behind the play, not guarding anybody. So we're going to see Purdue run this up screen action. And the same thing that they've run a few times here. It's going to be for Braden Smith this time, coming off of a stagger screen right here at the elbow. And there's a few things I want to go over here. First being this action right here. He's going to come set this one, and when there's a cross screen on the baseline, I call this an exit screen. So the first look is going to be this exit action underneath the rim. If he gets good contact here, then they're going to have to guard it, and he's going to get some space so that he can come in off this up screen that they're about to set. The first one, it's a little late, so they bail out of it. The exit screen doesn't go, and he's just going to come off the stagger now. And what I like about this play is it allows Zach Edey to hunt his man deep, get position, and then come back to the ball, which is what you want him doing. If he gets his dude on his back, then he's got the advantage. You'll see the defender doing everything he can, and Zach Edey still is able to score because this action has to be defended out here. He gets detached here, and once you lose a guy who's 7'4", once you give him this space, it's hard to recover. And Zach Edey is one of the best men in the country at finishing this play and hunting his spot and then coming back to the ball. So this is the modern day effect of having shooters on the floor, and pretty much summed up in one play. All right, so we got Lawyer, 43. Gillis, he's at 50 damn near. This dude's at 36, and everyone has to stay home. So we get a high ball screen, and there's nowhere to tag the roll guy because everyone has to stay home. No one's necessarily out of position, but that doesn't mean that we aren't giving up an open look right at the rim, too. He's following back behind the ball. It's called the crackback spot. There's always going to be offense behind the ball if we get a straight line drive. He's got a straight line drive going right now because he's got the defender, his own guy, not in the play. So Gillis is working on getting behind the ball. And I apologize if his name isn't Gillis. I might be wrong. But Lawyer, I know his name. He's at 43%. And we're in good position here. It's not like you can give really much more help because he's only one pass away. So the help, really the only place for it to come is off 36% shooter on the opposite side of the court. And it doesn't come from there. So Zach Edey's open wide right at the rim. Everyone stays home and there's just no help. I mean, this is the modern game. So I love this. You know, Matt Painter, Purdue's head coach, is fourth all time in Big Ten wins. And he makes it look easy. You can't guard it, so we're going to run it again. Can't guard the last time, so guess what we're going to do? We get 55 on the opposite side. He's going to get a high ball screen, and you can't come off him in the corner. So foul behind the ball. Can't stop it once. Can't stop it twice. It's enough to drive me crazy, and I'm not even coaching Illinois. We get a high ball screen, and we get the switch. The roll is wide open, but we pop. I mean, this step right here, let's really take a look at it. This step right here, the next step has to be towards the rim because the ball handler is getting past his defender. The ball handler has his man on his hip. This next step has to be towards the rim to put stress on the defense, to put stress on my man Zach Edey. All right, this right foot is going to go away from the hoop, and it needs to go towards the rim. That step needs to be forward, downhill, and it's not. So you never get into the window, and we don't take advantage of the switch. We just give them their matchup right back. Okay, got the switch, and we're right back. Favorite part of this play is the bench's reaction right here from this bucket by Braden Smith. They're pissed. They're pissed. They want the screener up more than this and then a drop. I mean, you're not guarding anybody in this big old drop here. There's no reason to be. He's not anywhere in a threatening position, and we need to stop the ball. Obviously, your teammate is behind the play and not in a good spot. So step up and make that play for us, and we won't have to deal with the coaches telling you to get up, get up, get up. I'm not sure what Purdue's scheme is here on inbounds, but I'd like switching everything on inbounds. Now, granted, this wouldn't be a great switch to have Braden Smith hop out here on 33, the big forward from Illinois, but if that isn't our option, then we need to do a better job right here of seeing ball. You got to know what's going on behind. You got to know where the ball, you got to know what's going on, and we don't see the ball the entire possession. We're kind of just playing this action rather than playing the game of basketball, and it's not good enough. You're trying to stay in front, but the ball's already coming, and it's a pretty good play, pretty good pass. Talked about it in the first half. Anytime you're watching Purdue play, going to be interested to see what the scheme is here for Zach Edey in the post. And in the first half, we saw that Illinois was content to leave him in a single coverage, even after putting it on the deck, even giving him a live dribble. They were not going to double, and he had 18 of 32, 35 in the first half. So you'll see coming out of the break here, they double him on the catch, make him give it up, make him find someone else. Problem is Purdue has those knockdown guys that we've talked about as well. So you see the numbers. Yet Illinois goes back to the single coverage here. A couple more minutes into the second half now, and yeah, Edey's gonna be pure from there. He's gonna put it up, and it's gonna go in a lot. So this is more the type of defense I need to see on Edey. Force him to kick it back out, and then we're gonna swarm him. They send 4. A hell of a pass here from Braden Smith, number 3. You'll see he gets the ball on the wing here, and he's looking into Edey the entire time. He really wants to feed that ball into the post. But watch the way, that's an incredible, hold on. Coming off the screen, he's still looking at him. And anytime, you're a guard and you see the big man's eyes, that's a good sign. This tells me that he wants the ball. So I'm looking to feed him the whole time, and he steps back to create space from his defender, and then this entire play he's reading the guy in the corner who's not even there yet. He's going to be reading this defender off the ball and this defender, his initial defender, who switches on to number 0 just to make sure that they're not in the passing lane when he's trying to deliver it. He's reading it, and he decides to go for it, step back, and then fires a strike in there to Edey. And for Illinois, that's what you got to do. You got to put Edey at the line, make him earn it. And they do a good job not to let that bucket get in and give him the end one.